Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new series on the channel. This is Tyranny, the latest cRPG from Obsidian, published by Paradox, who were kind enough to give me a code for the game so I can show it off to all you wonderful people. Do be warned, however, that this being a cRPG is a story-heavy game and there will be lots of spoilers, so if you don't want any spoilers, then play the game first. Another little note is that this is a press build, a review copy, a pre-release, if you will. So it is subject to change and there may be bugs. There definitely are a couple of bugs because I've got that in the email that will be patched on day one anyway. Anyway, before we bash into a new game, let's have a look at the options because I've fiddled a little bit with some of the options. We are not going to have show reputation on. That displays the effects of choosing conversation options on the player's on the player character's reputation. So basically whatever option you choose, your reputation will change as per most things, but show reputation shows you that in a quantifiable form, which in my opinion takes away from the spirit of an RPG. Next we've got all the usual things. I took off left click to move because that's just weird. I bumped this area looting radius up. I don't know if it will need bumping up or down or whatever, but we'll mess about with these in game. For difficulty, the one thing that I have changed is I turned death on. So we do have permadeath. Why? Because, I mean, I grew up playing Baldur's Gate. I mean, I'm not sure if they have a revive thing in this, but we'll see. But also, I mean, it kinda brings some choice and consequence into these type of games, and I like that. That's probably one of my favourite things. Someone dies, they're fucking dead, and you're gutted. But we will be saving lots anyway, just in case we end up completely fucking the campaign. We shouldn't though, we shouldn't. The next we have is autopause. I have turned all of the autopause things on, and I will start turning them off depending on what it is that I don't like, because I like lots of the autopause stuff, especially if we've got permadeath. It's some of the stuff that you kind of want to know. Controls have left as default. Graphics, we are on 1920 by 1080. VSync's on. I'm not sure about it, but we'll leave it on just now. Cage the cursor is beautiful that there's an actual option there, because sometimes it's nice to be able to move your mouse across and manually stop an OBS recording or manually stop something else or change something. Colorblind mode I might change because sometimes I prefer the colorblind modes, they just look better. Giblets, yes. Hide off-screen pointers. No. I don't want... I can have ludicrously big heads, are you kidding me? And we'll leave the... excuse me. We'll leave all of that the way it is. The gamma should be fine. Sound I've got... there's different sound sliders for each thing, which is beautiful. We've got the master volume at 25% because that's generally what I record at. And let's get going into a new game of Tyranny. New game settings. Oh my goodness. The normal difficulty requires strategy and efficiency, but forgives a few mistakes in combat. Companion combat AI is enabled by default. Story mode requires minimal micromanagement and easily forgives mistakes in combat. Enemies receive a penalty to most stats. Companion combat AI is enabled by default, and party members do not receive wounds until they're knocked out. The hard difficulty is suited for veteran players of isometric RPGs such as Pillars, who are looking for a challenge. Survival requires micromanagement and optimization of stats through items, spells and abilities. Enemy AI is more efficient and use abilities more frequently. In the Path of the Damned difficulty, enemies receive a bonus to most stats, have the most efficient AI, and will frequently use abilities. Party members take more wounds during combat and when being knocked out. The difficulty level can only be chosen when starting a new game. Expert mode disables a number of helper features in the game. Players who want to rely on their own faculties and intuition while playing the game should play in expert mode. This option is selected when you start a new game, cannot be enabled in-game, and if disabled, cannot be re-enabled in that game. Trial of Iron is enabled. Only one save slot is permitted. If your party is defeated, the game ends, your save is lost, and you must start again. Recommended only for those who seek a greater challenge. This can be modified only when starting a new game. Well, we're doing it. We're doing Path of the Damned Trial of Iron. This is probably the worst decision I've ever made in my life. Blind playthroughs on the hardest difficulty. Sometimes I hate the fact that I've made that one of the tenets of this channel.
For over 400 years, the armies of Kairos the Overlord have swept across the known world. All who stood against them fell before their might. Even the Archons, women and men of immense power, were forced to kneel, chained to the Overlord's will. Now Kairos' final conquest has come to our corner of the world, and two of the Overlord's armies compete for the honor of taking our lands. The elite disfavored, and the teeming horde of the Scarlet Chorus. The voices of Nerat, spymaster and Archon of secrets, guides the fierce and undisciplined masses of the Scarlet Chorus. With each battle, the Scarlet Chorus grows stronger, as the defeated are given a simple choice: serve or die. Graven Ash, Archon of War and the Overlord's most loyal general, leads the disfavored. Though small in number, Kairos' ironclad legion has never met true defeat in open battle. Watching over the two generals is Tunon, the Adjudicator, Archon of Justice, eldest of Kairos' minions. Tunon brings Kairos' laws to newly conquered lands, aided by the Fatebinders, judges and executioners of the Overlord's laws. You were among the youngest of the court of Fatebinders when Kairos' armies came to our lands. How could we have known that the fate of thousands would rest in your hands?
Well, ladies and gents, there's a nice little wow. Those man boobies, I love them. That hairline, those man boobies, wow, epic. Oh, he's really short. Can I be? I'm rather tall, so let's go with that one. Roll. In the Northern Empire, where you were born, men enjoy equal protections under the laws of the Overlord Kairos. In the southern lands of the Can I click this? Oh! Kairos is a name out of legend. For centuries, the Overlord has consolidated power, sending vast armies to swallow entire realms. The most powerful mystic the world has ever seen. Kairos can issue edicts, magical proclamations that level cities, spread pox, sunder the lands, or change the course of seasons. Oh my goodness! I love it. The Archons, the masters of magic throughout the known world, bow to Kairos, and the Overlord readily destroys any Archons unwilling to kneel. These sorceresses and madmen lead the Overlord's armies in near endless conquest, as the realms of the known world fall to the Overlord. These captured territories are divvied up amongst the Archons to manage, able to deliver suffering and woe to every corner of Terratus without leaving the capital. Few have seen the Overlord in person, though Kairos' name is the single most recognised name in the world. Only the Archons can say what the Overlord looks like. In the southern lands of the Tiers, only men may own or capture ships, but real estate is restricted to women. Men may lease, but durable ownership of the land in the Tiers always passes to the eldest daughters or sisters. I'm trying to remember the name for that, and I've completely forgot it. Most sons enter their father's... Fucking comment section below if you remember the name of that, I've completely forgot it. Most sons enter their father's profession by their mid-teens. Those without a profession or family lands to work can find purpose by pledging service to one of the Overlord's mighty Archons. Criminals, derelicts, and others are often conscripted into the armies of the Archons. If a child cannot forge his own skein, he will certainly find one in battle. Skein is a weapon? Oh my goodness. Big manly jaw. Let's go for that dude. I want to change his hair because his hair is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. I wonder if they've got an idiotic hairstyle like my own. There are some idiotic hairstyles, but do you have one like my own? Do you, buggery? So what are we going to go with? We're going to go with a mohawk. Why? Because mohawks are cool. There we go. Did you just slap your lips together, mate?
My wounds are slowing me down.
Wow, that's quiet.
See that?
Like it. Some tats. Oh man, colourful tattoos just kill me. Let's have a look. Let's get some sick ass tats on the go. Ooh, jeez. And we leg tattoos? I don't think I would ever get leg tattoos. It's a bit of an odd one, isn't it? Turn out like the Rock. Rock bottom fools all over freaking... all over the shop. Right, Elvin. Can I have the stars, please? Got snacks all over the place. The one I did like was like... I kinda like that one. Oh, let's go with that. Let's go with that. Right, I get to choose a face now. See, they've got a little guy with that type of hair, but they don't have that type of hair, unfortunately. I like it. Although he's very elven. And elves can suck a dick. And then we've got the lady portraits. But I'm making a man. Ugh, looks like I'm stuck to one portrait. I wonder if you can import portraits. That'd be something to see. That was something that I used to love about the old games, a la Baldur's Gate, Neverwinter Nights, etc, etc. How did you join Kairos' army? Today you're a Fatebinder, agent of the Archon of Justice. You are by no means free. I'm drinking coffee by the way, which, if you're wondering why I keep shutting the fuck up, it's because I'm taking a sip of coffee. You're by no means free, but as a warrior scholar deputized with discretionary powers to interpret and execute the laws of the Overlord Kairos, you're freer than most. One does not apply to be a Fatebinder. One is called by Tunon. Tunon the Adjudicator is the Archon of Justice, ruler of the conquered realms and arbiter of disputes. Oldest of the Archons sent to conquer the tiers, Tunon speaks with Kairos' authority. His true appearance remains hidden behind an iron mask, the face of judgment. Tunon is an impartial solar creature, wholly obsessed with justice and order. Though assumed to be a powerful combatant, Tunon rarely strays from his throne room, entrusting his court of Fatebinders to act as his eyes and ears, as well as judges, juries, and executioners. One does not apply to be a Fatebinder, one is only called by Tunon, the Archon of Justice, and to decline is death. Millions of men and women live in the dozens of realms ruled by the Overlords. How did you stand out from amongst this teeming mass of desperation and insignificance and gain the Archon's notice? I'm not going to read all of these, don't you worry. So we're either a pit fighter, a soldier, a hunter, a lawbreaker, a guild apprentice, a war mage, a noble scion, or a diplomat. I'm looking at lawbreaker or noble scion. I might go war mage as well. That's kind of interesting. Let's have a look at them. Accused of a crime you most certainly did commit, you stood before Tunon the Adjudicator, Archon of Justice, and argued your case with eloquence and conviction. Impressed by your logic, reason, and confidence, he found you guilty anyway. It is rumoured that Tunon selects many of his agents from his prisoners. Who better to catch the wicked than those versed in such ways? In his mercy, Tunon offered you the choice of two sentences: decades languishing in prison, or a lifetime serving him in a court of Fatebinders. The choice was an easy one, and instead of seeing the inside of a cell, you were trained in letters and numbers, magic and war. The laws you once broke are now yours to interpret and enforce. Noble Scion. Born to noble parents, you were groomed for leadership. Your youth spent on letters, history, rhetoric, and other matters of culture and statecraft. Though you had wealth and creature comforts, you were expected to grow up quickly and bear the honour of shepherding others through prosperity and war. When your parents came under accusation of sedition, you were sent to the court of Tunon, Archon of Justice, to defend your family's actions. Your parents were found guilty. Their sentence, the dissolution of the treasonous estate. Eloquently pleading your own ignorance on your family's actions, you negotiated your most important deal yet. Impotent. Immunity from the crimes of your family for the simple cost of swearing fealty to the Archon himself. Despite the unwilling induction, your education and savvy made you a valuable addition to the Archon's cadre of enforcers. And so long as you remain in good standing, your family just might be allowed to live. And War Mage. Few have the combination of wits and courage to be accomplished casters and warriors, and those cursed with such combination of talents are invariably pulled from their mundane lives and assigned to the armies of the Archons. Your earliest memories are a painful slog of training, study, lecture, and exhaustion, all the elements of being groomed for battle. You knew better than to ask what became of your family, nor to question the missives allegedly penned by their hand that were part of your earliest lessons in reading. When you reached adulthood, Tunon the Adjudicator came to the barracks and laid claim to your life, seeing you as too valuable for the crucible of battle. The Archon of Justice deemed your life better spent, dedicated to the art of punitive legal remedies. Though you had much to learn in matters of civil discourse, none could deny your bright future as Tunon's next great enforcer. I prefer to be an underdog, so I'm going to hit up the Lawbreaker. Our primary expertise, you were trained in the following combat style. Oh... I'm liking the greatsword. I think I want to be like a... Oh, dual wielding's always really awesome though. And subterfuge. Shortbow's got athletics. Now I want to be dual wielding, I want to be parrying. Yeah, sounds great. Oh my god, that is not what I was expecting to be dual wielding. A battle axe and a hammer? Are you high? A javelin! Nah, javelin's not me. But the bigger the sword you have, the more awesome you are. Oh, I like that outfit though. Unarmed attacks, just punching the crapola out of people. Nah, let's bash dual wielding. Choose an ability. We can either do Flurry of Blows, 30-second cooldown, 10 to 13 slash, versus parry. 2 attacks. Alright, or slice. 11 to 15 base times 1.2 to primary weapon versus parry. Does that 2 attacks? Oh, that does cause bleeding though. I think we'll go with slice. A carefully placed attack that attempts to open a major artery, leaving the target bleeding. Yeah, we'll go with that. Right click for details, is there anything more? No, it's not. Alright. Secondary expertise. Oh, that's perfect. So I can go with shortbow and war mace. Spear and shield, javelin. Oh, so I can go secondary expertise dual wielding as well to get the other flurry of blows. To get the flurry of blows, of course. And that gives me a sword and a dagger. I'd much rather something interesting like a short bow. So what I'm thinking of my character is he's going to be primarily close range. And I'm going to use the bow just for something like a bleed or a dot or something like that. So the heart shot kind of does exactly what I want. It gives bleeding. Hobble is good if you want to go primarily ranged because you want to make people slow as possible. But we'll go with heart shot because that's what I'm thinking. Bear in mind that we are playing this on Iron Man, so yeah, be prepared for a couple of deaths. If you know anything about me, it's got to be black and white. Does white and black look better? Oh yeah, it does. Looks a lot better. Oh, and we get to customize our banner as well. But yeah, when we do this again, I like how I'm saying when, but when we die on Iron Man and we have to restart, I will be skipping through a lot of the character customization because I know exactly, or rather I will know exactly what I want. Why would you want a pen? I don't know if that is a pen or a shield, but it looks like a pen to me. Hail of arrows! It's another pen. It's probably an arrowhead, to be fair, but it looks like a pen. Yes, yes, I know we're over 20 minutes. Stupid blinky thing. Noose? What the fuck? I like that. That's the tyranny symbol. That's the logo. I kind of want to go for the dual daggers at the start. Actually, I like that one. We go for that. Yeah, black needs to be white. Perfect. My name shall be Steejo. Right, now we're on to attributes. So, might determines the physical strength of a character. Increased might leads to more powerful attacks and stronger abilities, as well as increasing the endurance defense. 10 is obviously base. Physical and mental precision. Finesse is used to determine accuracy of attacks and spells, as well as increasing worn armor's chances to reduce a hit type. Ah, so a critical to a hit and a hit to a graze. Okay. Determines how often a character can use their abilities and spells in combat, reducing cooldowns. Okay, so quickness is just cooldown reduction. It's recommended because I'm a dual wielding. Finesse is recommended because of dual wielding and short bow. So finesse is like the one that it really recommends. Vitality is just health. Wits is spell strength and magic defense. What happens if I right click? It just tells me the exact same thing again. And resolve is endurance, will, and magic. Okay. So I want to put... Is it just straight 1 for 1? Oh my god, so we can just max out finesse. Can I reduce my resolve by 2? And give 2 to each of those. Right, now we've got skills. So subterfuge determines the character's ability to move unseen through the environment, to detect and manipulate hidden traps and devices, and to open locked chests and doors. It's also used in dialogue to determine your ability to deceive or trick the person you're speaking with. Right. Don't really care about the rest of these. Lore will probably have a mage for, so I don't need to worry about that. Dodge is something that I want to... Bows, javelins, and magic spells. Ah, okay. So parry, I want parry and dual wield mainly. Intimidate or physically overpower someone. Subterfuge is interesting, but I do definitely want... Bump that up to 40. That up to 40. Oh, we can get them. We can get 3 skills up to 40. Then subterfuge, parry, and dual wield. Perfect. By selecting the conquest, it allows you to play through Kairos' conquest of the tiers, choosing how your character was involved in the invasion, thus giving you the most control over the starting state of the game and how other factions will react to your character. And quick start just bypass the conquest. But we'll be doing the conquest, and that concludes the character creation episode. So as always, thanks a lot for watching. I'm super hyped to get into the actual game in the next episode. But I've been Steejo, you've been awesome, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.